Let us learn today congruency of triangles. Till the previous video, we have learned different way to find out one-to-one correspondence of the vertices of the two given triangle, which was the basic for proving the two triangles congruent. Now in this, we will see how to go about congruency of triangles. We have two figures here, so we need to first find out the name of two triangles which are here, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Then we know that we have all the possible ways of the correspondence between the two given triangles. We need to find out one-to-one correspondence in a present situation for a given condition.
Hello friends, in our previous video we have learned how to find out one-to-one correspondence between the vertices of the two given triangle. Now we will going to learn how to use them to prove them congruent. So the two triangles what is given to you in your screen, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. If you see, both the triangles can be kept as it was shown in the previous video, a different one-to-one correspondence. You want, we can take a quick one is this, then you will have this one, then you will have C corresponds to P, then you can flip it, then you can take B corresponds to P. So all 6 you got. But in all the case, you will not find that one triangle is covering the second triangle. Only out of 6, for one, you can see that the triangle when you see from yellow, you will not able to see pink one, and the pink one when you see, you cannot see the yellow one. It means the two triangles are congruent. So for the definition, what you can say, when the two triangles having their corresponding sides congruent as well as corresponding angles are congruent, then we can say the two triangles are congruent to each other. But all the time we cannot use this, so that's why we have test of congruency to prove the two triangle congruent.
So let us see the test of congruency. In that, 3 parts are required, 3 correspondence are required, and we can prove the triangles congruent. So let us see that. First one is SAS test. So the two triangles are here. Let us see how it comes. When it is given SAS test means the two side and included angle. So you can see side AC congruent to side PQ, angle A congruent to angle P, and side AB congruent to side PR. You can see that the two sides which are marked, the two corresponding sides are marked and their included angles are marked. One more case you can see here, BC congruent to QR. You will get angle B congruent to angle R. Now you can imagine which sides will be you require to prove the two triangles congruent by SAS test. See here. Okay. Can we take this angle C and Q? No. Then it will not be SAS test because angle C and Q are not marked with the corresponding congruent sides. Let us go for the next one, which is known as ASA test. Again we have two triangle. Let us indicate in this to know what kind of information required for it. So first one, ASA, that indicates that the two angles and their included side. So one angle we took angle A congruent to angle P. We have side AC congruent to side PQ. I hope you can imagine side AC and PQ should be included by the two angle. One angle is already marked. The second angle will come here. So angle C congruent to angle Q. It does not mean that angle A and C also may be congruent all the time. No. Angle A congruent to angle P, angle C congruent to angle Q. One more example, if you take this side here as it has come up, then the test of congruency will change. Then it will not be ASA because none of the two sides, that is AB and PR, are not included by the two angles. Therefore, this what has come, AB congruent to PR, will not be allowed. Okay, let us see another example of the same kind. Angle A, angle B congruent to angle R, and then side AB congruent to side PR. So let us go for one more, third one, SSS test. We have two triangles, we need to indicate that. So the side BC congruent to side PR, they have identical mark. Then we have side AB congruent to side QR, again identical mark, and then we have third side as AC congruent to PQ. So you can say that by seeing one-to-one correspondence, the corresponding sides of two triangles are congruent. Then you can say automatically that the two triangles are congruent by SSS test. Let us see AAS or SAA test, which says that two angle and a side, but side is not included at all, which is given. So let us see the triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Let us see the corresponding marking here. Wow, so we got a side CB congruent to side QR and their angle A congruent to angle P. That means the sides which are congruent, they have taken its opposite angle. Let us see which other angle they will take. Yes, and one of the adjacent angles. So how you can remember here? When the corresponding sides of the two triangles are equal, after that you need to have its opposite angles congruent. So whichever the corresponding sides are equal, its opposite angle should also be congruent. And then you have two adjacent angles of the sides. Out of that, any one you require. So it will be called as AAS test. In a short, we say that a side, its opposite angle, and it's one of the adjacent angle. One more case here. The two angles are marked. I hope you can understand which side will be taken. See here, side AB congruent to side PR. So angle C congruent to Q, which are opposite, and angle A congruent to angle P. It is one of the adjacent angles of side AB and side PR. Let us see about hypotenuse-side test. When I talk about hypotenuse, it means that the triangles are right angle triangle. So we have right angle triangle. Hypotenuse side means automatically the hypotenuse of both the triangles are equal. They are marked with the identical side. Now there are two sides remaining. Side CB and AB of triangle ABC and side RP and QP of triangle RPQ. So any one of that we can take it. So here we have CB congruent to RP. If you want one-to-one correspondence, we can take it like this. Triangle BCA congruent to triangle PRQ by hypotenuse side test. One more case. So here what you can say, triangle BAC congruent to triangle QPR by hypotenuse-side test. Hypotenuse of both the triangles are equal and one of the side which are forming right angles are equal. Therefore, the two given triangles are congruent with hypotenuse-side test. Let us summarize all the tests what we have learned today. One is SAS test, second one we have done ASA test, third one we have SSS test, fourth one we have AAS test or SAA test, and the fifth one we have hypotenuse side test. So in all we have got 5, just we have 5 fingers of a hand. So I hope it is clear. Let us see you in the next video with the more sums.